Harvey World Travel Supermoto. As we look back to Red's home, we're going to the lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, we're racing. Nice line here from Malici. Malici out wide. Oh, Malici on the TM. How's that for a start, folks? Malici, Mitchell, Thomas, and Malici away. Malici into the corner. Oh, Malici, I think I might have a look for that TM. All side by side, nothing in it as they go to turn number 1. Look for Malici. Malici, the Italian. And what a hot start from Malici. Yes, he's there on the TM 450. Good work. No, coming back on the inside. Could be a change coming up side by side. Good work in there at the moment. Duncan Hart, and Malici, Mitchell, Thomas in the big race on here. MMT, as you see down on the program, or the number 74 in there. Jaden Carey hasn't taken his version, and we're still looking for Toby. Toby, we presume that one in third place. We'll get a better confirmation as we come out of the turn and head towards the barrel roll for the first time. And don't think it's Malici going to say. I think he's back in second. Yeah, we're going down into the slide on the inside, and that will be 70. No, Toby. Toby, there it is. Toby Summers on the Summers Plumbers. Bike Talk Yamaha. YZF 450. So good work by Toby. Toby Summers on the R&R Power Sport bike. A very good run. He's got the first place. So Toby. So already, Spider, that's 3 different riders that have had their nose in front in the race, and we're only 3/4 of the first lap through our Harvey World Travel Supermoto away to a flying start.
Remember also, these guys hadn't had any practice in the wet conditions. It is drying here. There are some dry lines appearing, particularly coming out of the tipper there, but it is certainly wet across most of the track, so most of them won't be. Look at that, somebody breaking the lead, but there's 4 bikes in there, the second, third, fourth. A bike down there. Wow, that was close. He's down there, tumbling away on the dirt there. The rider's up, didn't catch who it was, but certainly it could have been so much more disastrous because he was right in that tight pack of 4. So a bike down at the end of the front straight. Unfortunately, I left my binoculars over the other side, so I can't tell you who was who. Simon Dibben, number 910, got will get a 20-second penalty for a jump start there earlier on off the start line. He breached the start, 20-second penalty here in New Zealand. One of the Australians, Phil Lovett, says, how much for a jump start? 20 seconds. Oh, that's a lot more, a lot less than we get at home. Thank for that. And look at them backing it in, coming into the first corner. This is what Motard's all around. Still that tight pack for second spot, second, third and fourth. The Malici, Mitchell, Thomas there with the white flashing wheels sticks out like dog's balls, doesn't he?
Certainly does. That TM, the Italian bike, and it's also Motorworks, the distributor of the TM brand in New Zealand, and young Ben Wright rode one at the Burt Munro last week and did very well on it. So a well-respected Italian bike brand as well. So an Italian rider on an Italian bike, I think we can accept that as we look out for it. So Malici, but I tell you what, look out for Duncan Hart doing all the good work. But look at this for the Toby Summers show. How good's this Spider? Well out in front, 777 to go for the R&R Power Sport man, Toby Summers. Well in front back to Malici. 74 going through there. Casey Bullock. Good work, Casey Bullock. Casey for the third place. Back to Les Wahoo. I think that might have been Richard Dibben. I think that was Richard Dibben that went out on the first corner. So it's a real work for Richard to do at the moment. So Richard Dibben qualified in 6th place.
Toby Summers is nearly 4 seconds a lap quicker than anyone else on the track. Nearly 4 seconds a lap. Now remember, he went out in the Formula 2 class, so he knows what's going on there. So Toby Summers, have we put the commentator's curse on him? No, we haven't. We see him coming out of the hairpin. There's a yellow flag there over on turn 3, the toughest corner in my mind of this track. Still got that tight pack for second place there.
It's somebody from the last lap, Spider. I think we just, at the time of seeing that, we were concerned it might have been one of those front runners. I think it's somebody from the end of that last lap that potentially hasn't gone past. So
Toby Summers has got 2/3 of the centre straight up towards the middle main quarter in front of him, but the 3 in second place is absolutely all in second place. They're side by side going in. I can't tell who's who, and one goes in, then the other 2 are side by side. There's nothing in it power-wise here. These guys are having the ding-dong of the meeting so far. Toby's got a clear front as they come over the hill. The next 3 bikes disappear out of sight, but there's absolutely nothing. They were side by side all the way up that centre straight. Watch nobody touches that yellow line, because that's a penalty of exclusion here. There it goes. It's 4 bike lengths and 3 people, and over the start-finish line, it was Toby Summers first, Duncan Hart, Malici, Mitchell Thomas, and Casey Bullock there in 4th spot. So the leader in that bunch there was Duncan Hart, got through. Lewis Wahoo in 4th, Aidan Brown followed by Ben Dowman from Wanganui, and then we look at Richard Swain, Hayden Sherman. So that's how it announced for first round Series 2013. What a series it's going to be, but the man at the moment on the track is Toby Summers, 777, out there on a Formula 2 bike on the Yamaha 600 as the poster boy for this year's Pyra, or what I say, next year's Pyra, backs it in there. Hello, he goes a bit sideways there, the bike back end catches, chips out the front end, but the second place battle is still just as hot. Oh, look, this is sensational riding by all of those people out there. Third place, fourth place, well, I don't know who's who really at the moment. They're side by side down that centre straight again. There's nothing in it. We looked at further down, there's a huge bunch of riders coming out of the hairpin, probably 7 or 8 riders, all having different lines. That's what you'll find in the motard racing. I'll tell you what, these guys are usually exceptional getting off the line as well. Most of them have a former motocross background, and of course in motocross they have a gate start. If you jump the start, you've got a gate up front, you can't get it. There they go, 3 of them side by side, coming over past that yellow line, and it looks to me Hart had it there. No, in fact, it was Casey Bullock there for second place. Duncan Hart, followed by Malachi Mitchell Thomas. MMT, you'll see on his bike there, all the way from Great Britain. Well, he's Italian, isn't he?
Well, that's the way we understand it anyway, from Great Britain, but as an Italian rider, so we'll see if we can get more of an update on that. So, Malachi Mitchell Thomas, so we'll call it Great Britain, but anyway, as it is in the program. So, fine effort indeed from Malachi. Has been working with people like David Gazzini, of course, who we've had here in the past. So when you can know that he's been in his kind of company, we know how good that Malachi is, and looking good, but he's just been pegged back by those other boys on the Works TM 450. That bike is especially important for this event, Spider, so he knows that machine, he knows how to ride it, and I would suggest it doesn't give anything away to those other bikes. If not, in fact, might have had an advantage over them as a European specialist motard bike. So he's riding amongst the sort of company that he's going to really benefit from as only a younger rider than the other Kiwis he's around. So well done. Here we are coming up over the top 777, and Toby Summers on the Summers Plumbers R&R Powersport Team Bike Talk Yamaha YZF 450, second place now, Casey Bullock, third to go to with Duncan Hart, then go to Malachi out wide, who takes that advantage. So good work, Malachi, trying to get through there, can't quite hang there at the moment. 4 to go back to Lewis Waho out of Taupo on the CC Tyres Flavel Logging Promoto supported YZF 450. Special shout out to our good mate George Moya from Promoto and Taupo, great supporter of our sport, number 11 Aidan Brown, back with the number 1 of Richard Dimmon. I think Richard was the rider that overshot down here as well on that first corner, so Richard's fought back very well. 9-10 spotted in the traffic as they go past, as well as older brother Simon. So well done there for the excellence of Simon's racing. 106 down there is Mike Kyle out of Fogatani on the SMR 450, courtesy of Fogatani Motorcycles and Rock Oil. So Harvey Well Travel, your travel professionals, Supermoto lineup on the Middleman straight down there. Toby Summers, do you get the idea, Spider, that now that Toby's established that buffer, he just hasn't changed? I think he's just staying there for consistency, knowing that he doesn't want to risk it. He's already done extremely well in his F2 600 Supers class, so just going for consistency now. Yeah, definitely. He was 4 seconds a lap quicker early on in the race. He was the only man of the 17s when the other boys are floating around the 21, but now in the second spot has dropped down into the 17. In fact, Casey Bullock's now the fastest man on the track. So he's hunting Toby Summers. Toby over his shoulder, and can see he's got plenty of buffer. It's about 4 to 5 seconds at the moment on the track. 6 laps to go, so we've got 2 laps to go, and I guess Toby's just cruising for a win, but just to add something else in there, Spider, that bike that Casey's on, he had problems with his own bike yesterday. The backup bike's ready with the wets today. That bike that Casey's gone out with no numbers today is Craig Flood's bike. And we know the pedigree of Floody. He's been a great man in super motards for many years, the former Wanganui man, now Taranaki scrap dealer. So great performance out there on the borrowed bike, Casey Bullock. We've lost someone there. We've got Toby Summers gone through. We've lost one of the 3 there, so we've only got 2 in the dice for second and third there. So I don't know who it is at this stage. Yellow flags, can't see any yellow flags out on the track actually at the moment, but we will find out when they're coming over. They will be coming over and getting the white flag this lap. It's an 8-lap race. Stick around, people. The next race is, of course, the first of the Superbike Formula 1 races, and that's a 12-lap race. So Toby Summers coming over the hill there. He had a bit of an interesting run here last year, kept on clipping that yellow line, which is a big no-no, but this time he's got it all good and clean. And there we have it. It's bike number 74 in. So we've definitely lost Casey Bullock, 427. 1 more lap to go. The white flag is out. So right now is, in fact, Casey was the quickest man on the track, but he's disappeared out of sight. Well, there's Casey down there in about 6th place or something like that. So something got here, and there's another yellow flag out there over on the back of the circuit. So Casey 4th.
4th place for Casey Bullock. So he was the fastest man on the track, but he slipped down to 4th place. So here we go, looking out of the hairpin, and it is another clean lap for Toby Summers. He looks over his shoulder. He's doing that, and you watch him back it into this corner. He's had a good day so far racing in the 600 class and the Formula 2 class. There he goes there, and in 2nd place it is indeed Duncan Hart with Miller. Thomas still the Casey Bullock there sitting in 4th place. It is a distant 4th place. I mean, there's about 2 minutes, or in fact, look at that, there's a yellow flag out there on the Middleman Toyo Tyres corner as well. We don't quite know who's gone down there, but can't even see a bike. It must be out of sight as they're coming out of it. But here we go, the checkered flag's coming out. Toby Summers, number 777, should take it very, very shortly. Well, one of the last of the back markers, number 7, 4, and there he is. He's pumped. Followed by 74, followed by MMT.
So there we go at the moment, Toby Summers, Duncan Hart. Toby getting very excited as he went towards the line. Great work there by that is Toby Summers, and the advantage Duncan Hart for 2nd. Malachi Mitchell Thomas taking the 3rd ahead of Casey Bullock. Casey probably a little disappointed from his performance out there. Number 1 and just holding his arm as he came back, and my recollection is I think it's Richard Dibbon that had crashed out here on turn 1, but not confirmed, but just as we predict.